Hey guys, it's Mike again. One more review. This was another movie I had considered uh, entering into Horror Freak 85's Friday movie challenge on Killer Kids. This movie is called Fingerprints. I saw this a long time ago, and for some reason I thought the kids were the killers, but really they're not. So it's kind of a ghost story slash horror slasher movie because there is a killer in the movie as well. This movie stars a couple veterans of horror movies and then a couple veterans of other types of movies. Leah Pipes plays the main character of Melanie, a girl who is just getting out of rehab from almost ODing on heroin. Her boyfriend did OD. We have Kristen Cavallari, who plays Crystal, who's been in a bunch of stuff, but mainly she's known as an internet personality or a reality show personality. I really haven't seen anything of her, but she was cute. Josh Henderson, one of my favorites. He was on Dallas and a few other movies that I liked, and he was also in the remake of April Fool's Day. And then we have Lou Diamond Phillips, who did Bats, as well as some. He's done a lot, of course, La Bamba, but he's done quite a bit. He's a good actor. He was in one of the. I can't even remember what it was. One of the other franchise movies as well. Jeffrey Lewis, who played Mike Rierson in the original Salem's Lot. He was the one vampire who was in the bedroom with, just sitting there in that chair being all creepy. Sally Kirkland. She was nominated for an Academy Award. She may have won an Academy Award. And then Andrew Lawrence, who's one of the Lawrence brothers. Okay, so a quick review. Basically, bunch of kids allegedly killed in a bus accident when the bus is hit by a train on a rainy night when the train signals failed to function and the bus didn't know the train was coming. All the parents are waiting there by the tracks for their kids to come home. Flash forward. Melanie's family has moved to a new town for a fresh start since Melanie, basically OD'd. Melanie gets there later in the school year because she is in rehab. Of course, everybody knows when she gets there that she was in rehab and was a drug person. Her parents are crazy, overprotective. Lou Diamond Phillips plays a school counselor who helps Melanie deal with things, and Melanie confides in him for quite a bit. So, story goes. There's a myth in this town, an urban legend, that if you stop on the train tracks, turn your car off, put it in neutral, and a train comes, that your car will be pushed across the tracks. So Melanie, she didn't believe it. They try it, her and her sister, it didn't work. But there was no train coming at the time, so the only thing they got was honked at by a big truck. Melanie later tries it again, and while they're sitting, the first time when they're sitting there, Melanie looks out the window and she sees this little girl in a white dress on the tracks looking at them. But then the girl just turns and runs away, so Melanie doesn't think anything about it. But when Melanie goes back to the tracks to try it again, and this time a train does come and her car is moved, she looks out her driver's window and there's that little girl again. So she talks to this little girl, takes this little girl home. The little girl never says a word. She gets out at what is supposed to be her house. Melanie doesn't think too much of it until she starts having these reoccurring visions and nightmares. And she gets a little bit crazier and crazier about trying to figure out what is going on because she knows that this little ghost girl is trying to tell her something. She goes to the house. She tries to talk to the person that lives at the house, who is actually the little girl whose name is Julie. It's her sister, Mary, played by Sally Kirkland. Mary gets really angry and says, "You all just need to leave it alone. Get out of my house. I don't want to talk to you anymore." Melanie goes to, several things happen to Melanie, and basically she is kind of thinking that she's losing her mind, and the school counselor goes to the mom and says, your daughter's seeing blood on walls and all this craziness. So In the meantime, two of her friends, Mitch and this little cheerleader girlfriend of his, disappear. Um, the Lewis, um, Lewis, the Jeffrey Lewis character basically tells her the truth about what happened to the kids, which I'm not going to tell you. It's the twist. Um, and there's this crazy person dressed in a train conductor's uniform, or like the old-fashioned way they used to dress at the train depots. This deserted train depot also plays into this movie quite a bit. But we have characters getting killed in very gruesome ways. Um, so yeah, it's a good movie. It was a lot of fun. A lot of suspense and twists that you just don't expect until you just don't expect them. It was a fun movie, easy watch. It moves pretty fast. I really liked the little bit of character development that we got, especially with the Melanie character. That is Leah Pipes. She's such a good actress. Yeah. So yeah, I would give this movie a B plus, maybe even an A minus, depending on my mood. But yeah, give it a watch. I don't know if you can stream it or rent it, or I don't think it's on Netflix right now, and I know it's not on Shudder, but maybe Amazon Prime. I don't know. But good movie. Check it out if you get a chance. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Remember to like and subscribe, and tell your friends to subscribe. Thanks for everything you do. Bye.